may have got it. 630. 630 is good to know. 630 is a classic. 630 is one classic. So it's kind of touching the circle. So there, almost kind of touching that circle, almost. Just kind of a little gap. Is that about 600? We're about there. So that's that. So obviously 500 is easy to find. It's just as low as it'll go. That's 600 there. So if we go here, I think we'll get 800. See if we got it. Oh, that's not bad. Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. That's 800 right there. Yeah. So kind of centered around 800. But it's so wide, you know, that you'd have to be exactly precise. But okay, so that's a good one to know. What is it pointing there? Should we do a 1K? 1K is not something that I use a huge amount. But obviously a lot of desks in the 60s were centered around 1K. So, you know, the first thing that you pull up if you've got an equalizer, the first thing you're pulling up is a 1K. And a lot of the graphic equalizers have 1K. So 60s sound, there we are, perfect. So that's there. I mean, 1250 is a classic as well, but I mean, you're near enough with you. Showed you the 1300. So, okay, so is that all the bases covered there? I mean, you know, you want to know, you know, your 4s and your 5s. Goes right up to 8K. 8K is a good one. 8K is a nice place to boost on vocals and things like that, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to this one. So we're starting at 100 hertz. Let's see if we can get 200. 200 is a classic. I think we're here. It's a little bit harder to tell with the low frequency one. It seems to have a bump near the lower part, and then it fades out gently, which is different. It's a different curve to the high mid knob. So we're somewhere around here. So we're still at 130. Yeah, so we're kind of around here. So we're still in the kind of hundreds here. So I'd say something like that. You get a classic. Somewhere it's boosting around here. So that's 125. Oh, yeah, legend hertz. And you know, you're getting all your 140s, 160. Yeah, these are classics. 180. So we'll go a little bit higher. So we're bringing it here. Bring it about there. Point it at the at this dot here. Let's see. It's difficult to say exactly where it's centered, but it feels like it's centered around here. 135. So you're getting into that 140 territory now. 140 is a classic frequency to boost. So take note. Boosted round about here. So I think you could go even a little bit higher. So you're kind of getting it to that kind of position, and it's all boosting. Sorry, it's boosting all around here. Kind of boosting all around there. And that's your 160. That's a classic. So yeah, this kind of area is really great. And the good thing is it's not too sensitive. So all from there to there, you know, there's plenty of play. You could miss it. You know, it's not too difficult to get that exact kind of 160, 140, all those classic frequencies. So let's go a little bit higher now. I'm gonna go exactly, what do we call that? 9 o'clock. I'm going to go 9 o'clock on this one here. Let's see what we've got. So it's kind of comes up, and then I'd say maybe it was centered around here. Yeah, it still has 180, so we need to be going. Yeah, it's difficult to get accurate with this. So I'm going to go maybe about here, point it at the W, pointing towards the W, see what kind of, see it's getting a little bit easier to see where it's centered now. Somewhere around here. We've gone past it, we've gone too far. So yeah, it's starting to boost, starts boosting around here. So yeah, you're getting into your 200s. 200s is it's a great one to know. So that's kind of just maybe here, maybe there, and you know, you're just getting those starting around here. 200, yeah, great. Now you need to know your 300. Hopefully it should be starting to get a little bit more accurate now. It should be a bit easier to find things. So we're going to go in there. I'm going to point it at the M of middle. It looks a little bit easier to see where we're centered, and I'd say we're centered around here. I've gone way past it. Okay, so yeah, that's not entirely accurate. So I'll bring it down a little bit. We're centered kind of here. 328. Nice, remember that. Maybe a little bit lower. So maybe point at the W, possibly. Like that. And then what we're getting, this kind of area is the main boost. 278. So yeah, you're kind of getting into that 300. So if you want your nice warm 300s, this is where you want to be aiming it. Here. And then I think we said 400 was about there. Now 500, should we aim maybe here? See if we're getting a nice 500. Oh yeah, 540. It's all around there. So your fives are about here. So yeah, somewhere around there. 500's about 12 o'clock, 400, 500, and then get a 6. And it should be about a 6. Kind of centered. Oh, it's a 740. 740 is actually nice. It's underrated. Is your 700s and 900s. They're underrated. Sometimes they can be really useful for certain things. So maybe like 6 is about here. So a C. So we'll say call it there. 640. Yeah. Fantastic frequency. Yeah. So pointing there. Pointing at the E. That's the 640. That's a great one to know. Yeah, and that pretty much covers them all, really. Yeah, thanks for watching.